Well, hello everyone. Robin Coco. We're here covering all the sports in Ascension Parish. This morning, we were at Sanoma covering the state champion Sanoma Gators, who are doing quite well this season. We'll have a report on them. And then, of course, we're here this afternoon in Prairieville, where EA is visiting Prairieville. And then we'll have another interview with the EA coach. So we have lots to report on. Stay with us here at Sports Scene Live.
Quality contractors use quality concrete. We have the best concrete in the nation right here in Baton Rouge. Our concrete is made to last this generation and the next. After more than 20 years in business, you're probably riding and walking on quality concrete. There is a difference in concrete. Make a choice that lasts for years to come. Go with the best. Go with quality concrete. Call or scan this code today for a free estimate.
Now open the newly remodeled Brewbachers in Gonzales. Brewbachers is home for burgers, po' boy, seafood, salads, and steaks. Your family and friends will always enjoy coming back for more. Check out the daily lunch specials. Come see the newly remodeled Brewbachers in Gonzales. Experience the newly remodeled restaurant for yourself. You'll see why good food and fun come together at Brewbachers.
Marchand's Interior and Hardware Specialist. You got it made.
Come into our showroom and let our experts guide you through our large selection of today's latest trends. Marchand's flooring and countertop collections offer these styles with unbelievable prices. And at Marchand's, we install it all. Come in to see all of the promotions and specials going on now.
With Marchand's Interior and Hardware Specialist, you got it made.
Gronyard Furniture and Appliance has top name brands like Ashley, Sealy, Lazy Boy, Maytag, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, Toshiba, KitchenAid, Stearns & Foster, Serta, Speed Queen, and more. Gronyard's in Donaldsonville.
Everywhere we go, people want to know
who we are.
So we tell them, we're Cypress Roofing. Everywhere we go, people want to know. People want to know who we are, so we tell them. We're Cypress Roofing, we're Cypress Roofing.
Call us today for your free evaluation.
Josh?
Call today, 225-450-5507.
Bertrand's Pharmacy has been providing personal medication counseling for over 30 years. Andy and Jeannie Bertrand, registered pharmacists, honor many prescription plans. Bertrand's is open Monday through Saturday. Phone 644-5641. See Foti Financial Services for all your money needs. They have loans for any worthwhile purpose. Auto, furniture, appliance, home improvement, and vacation loans. Celebrating over 50 years of service, Foti Financial Services. When you're serious about appliance repair, call Hitman. They offer reliable professional repair for a wide range of household and commercial appliances. They'll have you back up and running in no time. Hitman Services. Sanoma Muffler and Brake has been serving the Sanoma area for many years doing exhaust work, brake, tune-ups, air conditioning, and general auto repair. Call Sanoma Muffler for all of your repair needs. 644-2564. Got computer problems? Does your computer have a virus? Give us a shot at fixing your computer. Pico Computers has years of experience. Pico will have you up and running in no time. Call today, 647-8882. Things are going pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, we just about to finish up today our first round of district with Denham Springs, and we're going through the first up till now with one loss. Hopefully we get a win today. So, halfway through.
All right. Well, tell us about the Sulphur tournament.
Man, we had a great weekend in Sulphur. We faced 3 quality teams and played real well. So, coming off of a good weekend, and we'll see how we finish up district.
All right. So, what's new going on?
Growth. This fun group to coach. I feel like they have gotten better every single outing. Still make some young mistakes, but with the schedule we play, just like our whole district, I mean, 5 of our teams looking this morning, we're in the top 10. So to finish off or to go through that first round the way we did,
right.
Extremely proud of them. using all our pitchers, and just finally getting settled with a lineup.
Is that a hard thing to do, make the rounds so everybody gets some pitching experience?
Yeah, I look early on. One thing we're fortunate is that we do have 4 different kids who can throw, and we feel comfortable with all of them. So towards this back half of the season, they're all pretty fresh, or they should be. So just kind of using them, all of them, as pieces to the puzzle is something we have that's different this year, and also allowing our defense, our new kids, to get all that experience. Like I said, they didn't get a break yet with our schedule. So
Right. So moving forward, how's the whole team coming together, gelling together?
yeah, just like I said, they're a fun group, and they're all, with the exception of maybe 3 starters, brand new to the starting lineup, and just kind of watch them keep trucking and going, and just the growth from January to now is unbelievable, and just to watch them go out there and compete.
That's amazing how that happens. You start out, I know you're nervous at the beginning of the season, seeing how things are going to go, and then does that put your mind at ease a little bit?
A little bit, yeah, because you don't know what you're going to expect, what you're going to get. You could practice some preseason, but when the lights come on, and it's big shoes a lot of these girls are filling. Just like last year we had some big shoes that were put in. So just watching them move along and get more comfortable as we go is pretty exciting.
That's good. And the talent that you have to choose from, you're able to fill some of those holes that you may have not filled at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, I think so. And look, everybody's different. There's certain spots out there that, we don't have Alex Franklin at third. But we have Olivia Johnson, and I don't need you to be Alex Franklin. I just need you to be the best of Olivia Johnson you can be. So just calming them down and having them understand those things.
Right. So at district, you're halfway through now?
We're finishing the first round today.
Right, okay. And how do you feel about that moving forward?
I mean, I feel good going through that first half with one loss, beating a good look, every team in our district is tough. So going through that and, like I said, hopefully finishing strong today and getting prepared to go through it one more time, because we're one of the few districts that play 2 rounds, and we choose to do that because we are so competitive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's a lot of schools in the district. How do you feel about that? Does it make it any tougher having Prairieville in the mix?
No, what we have done different is now we have to play on Saturdays. There's 2 Saturday playing dates that we haven't had to do in the past, which I don't mind because tournament season's pretty much done, so you're not playing those tournaments. But to fit it in, playing 2 rounds, you do have to play 2 Saturdays on the back end, which, again, in our district, it's worth going 2 rounds because it's quality district.
Mm-hmm. Gives you more, gives you more experience.
Absolutely, yes.
As a coach, what are some of the changes or positive things that you've had to do to make them even better?
Well, patience, just understanding that, and I will tell you, I'm pretty blessed that I had really good leaders the last 2 years. Both of those classes that left had really, really good leadership, and so you just move right along, fill in the shoes and keep on going.
Tell us about some of the pitching staff, and you said they are doing real well. So
yeah, they are. So we have Braylee back from last year. She was, she's the girl who was in the circle when we won it, and most of our district games. She's a junior. You have Haley Abear. She showed in a lot of games last year in some key moments, and she's a senior. And then we have 2 freshmen, Brentley Burke and Kendall Landry, and they both have contributed in varsity games. So they all do something a little different. So yeah, we use them.
Does that, how you use whoever versus whatever school you're playing, does that come into the mix where you say, oh, you're going to be the pitcher starting out today, or you're going to be the...
Yo, absolutely. Yeah. And again, experience, right? We always talk about experience, and this young group, we threw them right in there with a tough schedule, but every game they got better. So a lot of times to start, like we start district play, we're going to go with those experienced groups. We're going to go with Braylee and Haley, and then and then ease the freshmen in. You know, nobody wants to just be thrown out in the first district game at
Right.
Lady Gator Park, right? But now we feel comfortable with starting any of them, really, because they have gained that experience as we moved on.
Tell us about any special skills that some of the players have. Some can hit home runs, some can butt.
Yeah, so look, our lineup it does look a little different than it has in the past. And that's just because we have different players. So we have a lot more speed than we've had in the past. I know y'all have heard Elisar.
Right.
She was around here for a while. But, you know, I'm not going to say we ever replace anybody, but we have those shoes filled the best they can with Riley Moran, Riley Causey, Bailey Ducote. I mean, all those kids can fly. And that's something we have in our lineup that we rely on a lot, is put the ball in play and steal some bases. And then, you know, the middle of our lineup, we have Brooke coming back and Olivia Johnson. And then, you know, we have some home runs come along, but those two are leading us in that. So not the power numbers that we're used to producing, but still producing the same numbers.
But I've looked at these girls for years, and you can tell that when one steps up, the next one steps up, and that just goes down the line.
Yeah, hits are contagious, right? And again, the tradition we've had here and the leaders we've had the last couple of years, it's really, these girls were ready. You know, you sit and you wait for your turn, and when you get your turn, it's exciting.
Right. Are you ready for that at the beginning of a new season as a coach, or you're just?
I mean, this group, let me just say, this group is challenging, but they were fun. They were fun. They were ready for it. They were ready to put in the work. I don't know if they were ready to actually do it at the beginning, but they were ready to come to work. And and I guess it is exciting because you watch them work for a couple of years, and when it's their turn, it is exciting to see.
Well, I'm going to ask you a question, coach-wise. Are there any fundamental changes in the game that come down or whatever that you like or don't like?
Not really. I mean, look, fundamentals are fundamentals, all right? Skills, there's always a new way of doing something.
Right.
And as a coach, I just want to find what's the best way for the kids I have.
Right.
You know, whatever level that may be of the kids I have, what's the best way for them to do it and do it successfully?
Well, I think that's one of the main things that you're so good at, the reason why things have gone so well for Santa Monica, because you're able to put the right people in the right place.
Yeah, I mean, and look, that takes a minute to figure out, and early on with the new team, like I said, it's not always what you see at practice. You got to kind of throw them in there and see what pieces fit. And again, they all bring something so different to the table. So it's not about replacing. It's like, what can you do for us right now?
Well, thanks for taking the time out
You're
to
welcome.
see us always. We enjoy meeting with y'all. And good luck for the rest of the season. Hope to see you in Sulphur.
I hope so. That's always our plan.
Right.
But we got to get through the second half of district, and it is a tough one. So thank you guys for coming.
All right. Have a good day.
All right, y'all too.
Now open, the newly remodeled Brewbachers in Gonzales. Brewbachers is home for burgers, po' boy, seafood, salads, and steaks. Your family and friends will always enjoy coming back for more. Check out the daily lunch specials. Come see the newly remodeled Brewbachers in Gonzales. Experience the newly remodeled restaurant for yourself. You'll see why good food and fun come together at Brewbachers.
The UPS Store is not just a shipping store. We're the shipping store. The Leave the Packing to Us store. The We Understand this is more than a package store. We're the pack it, ship it, guarantee it store. The Peace of Mind store. We're the right around the corner. Go to We Ship It All store. The UPS store. Be unstoppable. When we pack it and ship it, we guarantee it. So find your local store today and ship with confidence.
See Gonzales Military for a big selection of kids' camo and cold weather gear. They carry clothes, rain gear, rubber boots, headgear, belts, and more. Gonzales Military, just off Burnside across from Lamandolas. Abear Steel Incorporated, Gonzales and Baton Rouge, offers structural steel fabrication. Abear Steel is a proud supporter of all high school sports in this area. Phone 644-5316 or 291-2144. Muffler.
Sanama Muffler and Brake has been serving the Sanama area for many years doing exhaust work, brake, tune-ups, air conditioning, and general auto repair. Call Sanama Muffler for all of your repair needs. 644-2564.
Diversified Materials and Consulting is home for safety equipment and welding supplies for contractors. Stop in at 14361 Highway 44 in Gonzales or give them a call. Call Daryl or Susan Roden for all your supply needs.
Economy Brick Sales supports local athletes. They offer brick, masonry, stone, and fireplaces. Dean Miet and staff, 505 North Edenborn, Gonzales. Phone 647-5334.
Marchand's Interior and Hardware Specialist. You got it made.
Come into our showroom and let our experts guide you through our large selection of today's latest trends. Marchand's flooring and countertop collections offer these styles with unbelievable prices. And at Marchand's, we install it all. Come in to see all of the promotions and specials going on now.
With Marchand's Interior and Hardware Specialist, you got it made.
Got computer problems? Does your computer have a virus? Give us a shot at fixing your computer. Pico Computers has years of experience. Pico will have you up and running in no time. Call today, 647-8882.
Well, we're back at Dutchtown again, this time meeting with Nancy Insminger, the head softball coach. And Coach, how many years have you been here now?
This is year 19.
Really?
Really.
Boy, time flies, doesn't it?
Sure does.
And I wanted to ask you about the girls and how you work with them to instill them to get into the mode where their mind is thinking, hey, we're winners.
You just have to constantly tell them they're winners. Tell them to relax and stay focused and look at the bigger picture and have some goals in mind. And it's a long season, so you just got to kind of really keep them focused and having fun.
Do you have lots of seniors this year?
I have a total of 6 seniors this year, and well, actually 7. I got a manager. She makes 7.
All right, and this is a tough district, as you know. Is it any harder because it's grown?
It's hard. It's probably one of the toughest districts in 5A because the competition is every game is a competition. I know I've been in districts from when I was at other schools, and you might have 3 or 4 games if you do 2 rounds that were easy. Nothing's easy in this district for anyone because anybody can beat anybody in this district.
Well, how have you done so far?
We're not as good as I want us to do. We've already dropped 3 games in district. But we still have this. We start our 2nd round today, so hopefully we can come through and sweep it.
So that's right.
Yeah.
So how many seniors you have coming back?
Coming back for next year?
Well, no, for this year. I mean, how
I
many seniors on the team?
Okay, I got 6.
All right, tell us a little bit about them.
Okay, I've got first one is Abby Freilich, and she's a 4-year starter for me. She's a pitcher. She's our go-to person, the person we've been throwing pretty much every game this year. She's doing a phenomenal job. Strikeout, she's almost at 200 for the season. She's swinging a good bat this year, too, for us. And then I have Ella Pontiff. She's a power lefty and first baseman, and she swings such a good bat. She's a real good contact hitter. We have Katie Van Haverbeck. She's my second baseman, and she's another power hitter. We got Maddie Keller. She's been a 4-year starter for us, and she's in center field. Another kind of like a triple threat type lefty with power. Ava Gardner behind the plate. Let me see. And Jenna Humphrey. She's one of she's kind of like a courtesy runner, pinch runner for us this year. And let me see. Did I get them all? I'm looking at their banners backwards up there just to make sure. And then we got one more senior, and she's our manager, and that's Shelby Turquie. And let me say something about Shelby. Shelby's going to Tech, and she's going to be the manager there. So excited. Louisiana Tech.
Okay.
Yeah, she reached out to him and they offered her a position.
Oh, she must be excited about that.
She is very excited, and I'm excited for her.
All right. So it sounds like you have a well-rounded team.
We have a very well-rounded team, from our seniors down to our freshmen. It's been a roller coaster ride for the most part. We've had some adversity, but it makes us stronger. We've dealt with it and we're moving forward.
Well, tell us about your situation, support from fans and all. I know you have a good fan base.
We do have a good fan base. We have good sponsors. I mean, this parish we have a plethora of businesses out here that basically back us. Our parents have been a great support system for us. They help feed the girls every game day, and we can make one phone call. They're here to help. They run my concession. They run the gate. They support their kids. So no complaints.
What about your backup system? Tell us about some of the assistant coaches.
I have great assistant coaches. I've got Tab Bourgeois. I call him my right-hand man. He's been with me the longest. We grew up together. I watched him play fast pitch softball. He was a pitcher. I'm a pitcher. He works at my infield, does a phenomenal job. We got Mike Janis, and he's been with us a couple years too. He's our strength and conditioning coach, and he works with the outfield and gives us a lot of help there. And then Leslie Marion has been phenomenal. She joined us last year. I've given her the pitching staff, and she's worked and improved them in many areas, and she calls the pitches for the games, and just have a really good core group of coaches.
For the fans or people that might not know, you play each team in the parish and in the district twice?
Yes, sir, twice.
All right. So that makes for how many games altogether?
A whole bunch.
And does that cut down on non-district play and getting ready for it?
I can't say it cuts down. It keeps. We have to take 2 weekends and play a game on the weekend, so it kind of cut back on the tournaments that we go. But we do a lot of tournaments, so it hasn't been a bad thing so far.
Right. And well, in the preseason, did you see a lot of things that needed to be changed?
I don't know if you'd say changed. I mean, it allowed us to like see and evaluate and make adjustments, just like you do if you're in a game and you're playing, But we're still making adjustments, and the second round we're going to hopefully adjust and, like I said, sweep it.
All right. Well, that sounds good. Enjoyed talking to you as always, and good luck as we head down the stretch.
Thank you very much.
Quality contractors use quality concrete. We have the best concrete in the nation right here in Baton Rouge. Our concrete is made to last this generation and the next. After more than 20 years in business, you're probably riding and walking on quality concrete. There is a difference in concrete. Make a choice that lasts for years to come. Go with the best. Go with quality concrete. Call or scan this code today for a free estimate.
Now open, the newly remodeled Brubacher's in Gonzales. Brubacher's is home for burgers, po' boy, seafood, salads, and steaks. Your family and friends will always enjoy coming back for more. Check out the daily lunch specials. Come see the newly remodeled Brubacher's in Gonzales. Experience the newly remodeled restaurant for yourself. You'll see why good food and fun come together at Brubacher's.
Brakes for Less is your new stop for quality car maintenance and repair. We'll beat any written estimate by 15%. That covers a wide variety of services, including brakes, tires, oil changes, tune-ups, suspension, shocks, struts, and air conditioning to keep the right temperature. Brakes for Less is dedicated to saving you money, and when you visit, you'll be as comfortable as possible while you wait. Stop by Brakes for Less in Baton Rouge on O'Neill Lane or in Gonzales on Airline, where we'll beat any written estimate by 15%. Guaranteed.
Marchand's Interior and Hardware Specialist. You got it made.
Come into our showroom and let our experts guide you through our large selection of today's latest trends. Marchand's flooring and countertop collections offer these styles with unbelievable prices. And at Marchand's, we install it all. Come in to see all of the promotions and specials going on now.
With Marchand's Interior and Hardware Specialist.
Looking for printing? Bring us your ideas and walk out with a masterpiece. The Doc offers custom colors on various types of t-shirts in-house. There's no minimum quantity. Call 313-4303. Call ArtSmart for your electrical and technology needs. ArtSmart Signs and Neons make signs for everyday use as well as neons. Call ArtSmart 313-4303.
Got computer problems? Does your computer have a virus? Give us a shot at fixing your computer. Pico Computers has years of experience. Pico will have you up and running in no time. Call today, 647-8882.
Well, there's a lot of baseball and softball to be played, and I know that the coaches are ready for it. We've been making the rounds around the parish, and now we're here with Coach Schultz, and a big game coming up. You're about, halfway through district right now?
Yes, sir. This is our second round right here. We're starting off the second round, so.
All right. Well, how do you like the way your team has done so far?
Yeah, we definitely had our up and downs. We're just kind of trying to find our groove, and it's just going to take us a little bit more time than usual. We've got the players that just got to buy into what we're doing, and just got to continue to figure out our culture and how we're building it and what we're going to do.
Well, how long do you think it takes a team to really gel and show the coach that they've got it all together, and now let's put it together on the field?
For the most part, I would say roughly 3 years. The programs that I've kind of taken over and just kind of dove into is about 3 years. And once you get about 3 years, they kind of start buying into what we're doing and what we have planned for them and stuff like that.
All right. And how many seniors do you have? I know this is first year, but do you have some seniors coming in from the other schools?
I had one senior, Mackenzie Smith, transferred from Santa Ma, and she's been our number one all season, and she's done an excellent job. It's just we got some youth behind us and trying to figure out how to play it, and we're just putting that puzzle together.
Well, tell us about the team as a whole. Did they play in other tournament teams or whatever that to bring experience to you for this at this point?
Yeah, for the most part, most of my girls have played travel ball at some level. Not all have been at the national level, but they have been at, whether it's little local travel ball or whatever, but most of them do play travel ball.
Tell us about who's going to be in the circle and how that's coming along.
Mackenzie's going to be in the circle. I mean, she's kind of been our go-to all season. She's given me everything she can give, and she's a competitor at heart, and she just wants it, and she's going to play at the next level, and she's excited about that, and we're just going to continue to do the things we need to build her to get her ready for the next level.
Looking at the new school, I guess you're still developing a lot of fan base, but it looks like things are coming along pretty well there too.
Yeah, we have a great support staff over there at Prairieville. Community is very well involved in what we're doing. They support us big time. And anybody knows has been in this situation knows it's tough. It's tough to start a program and financially, and so have that support. But we have a really good group of people that are stepping up.
Well, tell us about some of your assistant coaches and what role they play.
Okay, I got Mackenzie King. She's actually a teacher at Galvez Middle.
Okay.
She played at Santa Ma. She's from Santa Ma. She played with Coach Nielsen over there for a couple years, and Coach Amy Petrie over there. And then she went off and played at LSUE. Was part of that national championship team. So she's definitely a great person to have on my staff to come in and help us build what we're building. And then I got Shelly Mills, which is got some background in softball and some other sports. And all I can ask for my coaches to do is come in and ask them, do what I ask them to do, and just build those relationships and help me build my culture.
Well, tell us about the whole season as far as the size of the district and all. Does that play a big role into what you're pursuing?
Absolutely. I'm a competitor. I want to play the best, and my schedule kind of speaks for itself. You got some coaches out there that look at how they're going to play on PowerPoints and that kind of stuff, and I feel the only way.
Everywhere we go, people want to know
who we are.
So we tell them, we're Cypress Roofing. Everywhere we go, people want to know. People want to know who we are, so we tell them. We're Cypress Roofing. We're Cypress Roofing.
Call us today for your free evaluation.
Josh?
Call today, 225-450-5507.
Rhino Tint has professionally installed window tinting. They use top quality window tint film which carries a lifetime warranty. Feel free to wait in our lobby while your tint is being installed. Rhino Tint in Sanama. Gronyard Furniture and Appliance has top name brands like Ashley, Sealy, Lazy Boy, Maytag, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, Toshiba, KitchenAid, Stearns & Foster, Serta, Speed Queen, and more. Gronyard's in Donaldsonville.
Vidrine's Portable Buildings invites you to visit their new location on the Airline Highway in Prairieville. Vidrine's offers free estimates, free delivery in surrounding areas, and setup. We do workshops, outdoor kitchens, even snowball stands. Vidrine's Portable Buildings.
When you're serious about appliance repair, call Hitman. They offer reliable professional repair for a wide range of household and commercial appliances. They'll have you back up and running in no time. Hitman Services.
Ernest Martin Incorporated is owned and operated by Bud and Sean Martin. Their 9 trucks deliver sand, clay, and limestone for residential, commercial, and industrial needs. Ernest Martin Incorporated. Since 1970, we're in it for the long haul.
Sanama Muffler and Brake has been serving the Sanama area for many years doing exhaust work, brake, tune-ups, air conditioning, and general auto repair. Call Sanama Muffler for all of your repair needs. 644-2564.
If you've been in an accident, Guillory's Collision Center will assist you to obtain a rental car with your insurance company and cut through all the red tape. They're honest people that care about your total satisfaction. Call Guillory's today.
Diaz Tire and Auto Repair invites you to shop with them in Gonzales and the Highway 42 Prairieville location. Bring your school ID and get $5 off oil, lube, and filter. Diaz Tire, Airline Highway Gonzales, and Highway 42 Prairieville.
Got computer problems? Does your computer have a virus? Give us a shot at fixing your computer. Pico Computers has years of experience. Pico will have you up and running in no time. Call today, 647-8882.
14-11 right now, and 1-3 in district. We had some really close district games. We lost a 10-inning heartbreaker to Dutchtown and picked up a win against Walker, and lost another what was a close game for most of the ball game and got away from us late against Walker. It's been some good, it's been some bad this year, but it's nothing that we haven't maybe expected. We lost a lot last year, and we knew we were playing some young and inexperienced guys, and we fought through a lot of adversity. Our kids have not quit. They can continue to compete every single night, and we're looking to finish strong and try to fight our way into the playoffs somehow.
Well, as far as talent goes, how are you looking so far this year?
We've got, of course we have, Santa Ma's always going to have some talented players, when you lose a lot like we did last year, several junior college players and a Nicholls State commit, that's hard to replace. And so a lot of our talent mixed with some older guys are non-seniors, and that our guys are getting some first-time experience. But we have a plethora of talented kids just like we always do.
All right. As far as district play and where you're at this time, you feel pretty good about it?
No, I'd like to be, 4-0, but
right.
Or 2-2 or 3-1. But we are what we are. You are what your record says you are, and so we're 1-3 right now, and we've got to find a way to win tonight, and we got to continue to find ways to win. And our district is so tough. Every game is a battle. There's no gimmies in it, and so we expect every game to be tight, down to the wire, and we have not been able to finish. And so hopefully that's something we can do here down this later stretch. We got 8 games of district left, 9 games total, and we got to find a way to win some games late.
Well, what challenges do you face as a coach of getting a team together?
Well, I think that's a big challenge every single year. I think the challenge here is for this year is that we're abnormally the last 3 years we've gone state championship game, quarterfinal, and we've been in the top last year we were number 5, and the previous 2 years we were top 8. We've hosted home playoff games, and so having your guys understand that, you are playing for something. You are trying to get in the playoffs. It is a difficult thing to do in 5A. Everybody's good, and so keeping them focused is tough, but our guys have done a great job. They're fighting. It hasn't been a lack of effort, I'll tell you that.
Well, looking at the team and all, and the changes you've had to make, how much further do you have to go to put guys in the right position?
Well, I mean, I think we've kind of finally settled on a lineup for the most part. I mean, there's a couple moving parts that have kind of been there all year. But for the most part, we've gotten some guys some consistency in the lineup. And so, it's just a matter of this time of year is executing and making the plays that you have to make and getting the big hits. And that's something we struggle with this year is we've had so many opportunities with runners in scoring position, but we haven't seemed to be able to capitalize. And so we've got to do that down the stretch. And like I said, just find a way to win these close games at the end.
Is adding a new team to the district a good thing or a bad thing, or just something you have to do?
Yeah, I would say it is what it is. I mean, the district was already tough, and now you add Prairieville, who obviously they're playing very well, and I think obviously in the next few years, they're talented this year. In the next few years, they'll continue to grow their program, and I think Coach Cowan is going to do a terrific job. I think he's doing a terrific job. And so I think that's a continued challenge that we'll continue to face here at Santa Ma and all across our district.
Talk about your pitching for a moment.
Yeah, so tonight we're throwing Tucker Miller. He's a sophomore. He's thrown a lot of innings for us. He's 5-1 with a save right now, and he's very efficient in the strike zone. He's not going to overpower you at this point in his career. I think he's got a potential to be a velocity guy as he gets older and matures. But, right now we're kind of on a 3 or 4 man rotation, and with Jace Reddick's coming out of the pen, and Nick Frederick as kind of our number 2, and Carl Villeneuve as well, and Colin Duplessis. So we've kind of rotated those guys through, and we may have to count on some other guys as well to step up here towards the end.
Does any of your team members have special skills like bunting or stealing bases?
We've done a really good job on the bases this year. We've done a really good job bunting. We are an athletic team. We are athletic. We do have some speed, and so that's something we've been good at. We've been good at executing dirt balls when we need to, and we're going to continue to try to play our game, and we're going to have to. We haven't hit as well as we normally do with power, so we're going to have to execute the small ball game and do some things maybe we haven't had to do in the past.
Right. What about some of the fundamentals? Has that changed a bit as far as coaching is concerned?
I don't know that fundamentals has changed. I do think that in the travel ball circuit, and maybe some things that have evolved is maybe there's not an emphasis on bunting. Some of your best players end up being guys that were their best growing up, and so I don't know that they've had to bunt a lot growing up. And so, I think that is something that you have to teach. I think you have to teach fundamentals. I think that's something that's ever evolving. I don't know that it changed a whole lot. I just think that you have to continue to harp on all of it.
All right. Well, Coach, I know you got a game you got to get to. Thanks for taking out the time to talk to us.
Appreciate all y'all do for high school sports in the parish. Thank you.
The UPS Store is not just a shipping store. We're the shipping store. The Leave the Packing to Us store. The We Understand this is more than a package store. We're the pack it, ship it, guarantee it store. The Peace of Mind store. We're the right around the corner. Go to We Ship It All store. The UPS store. Be unstoppable. When we pack it and ship it, we guarantee it. So find your local store today and ship with confidence.
Gronyard Furniture and Appliance has top name brands like Ashley, Sealy, Lazy Boy, Maytag, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, Toshiba, KitchenAid, Stearns & Foster, Serta, Speed Queen, and more. Gronyard's in Donaldsonville. Rhino Tint has professionally installed window tinting. They use top quality window tint film which carries a lifetime warranty. Feel free to wait in our lobby while your tint is being installed. Rhino Tint in Santa Ma. Industrial and Marine Valve is proud to support local athletics. They offer valve, pumps, and repair services located at 11468 Highway 431 in Santa Ma. Phone 644-9220.
Got computer problems? Does your computer have a virus? Give us a shot at fixing your computer. Pico Computers has years of experience. Pico will have you up and running in no time. Call today, 647-8882.
EA baseball coach Alex Grimion, and tell us a little bit about what's going on with your team, how things progressing this year.
Well, we've had a pretty good season to this point. We started off a little slow, lost some games early that we probably should have won, but then we got hot at the right time mid-season, won some games. We came into the district with a 12-6 record. We had some tough ones against Denham Springs and Live Oak, but we're looking to bounce back. We bounced back Saturday with a real tough, emotional game against this Prairieville team, and we're hoping to carry that into today and through the rest of the season.
You feel like you have a lot of talent to pull from at this point?
Yeah, we got a lot of guys that just buy into what we want to do. I told you last time we met at the beginning of the season that our lineup was going to be able to produce runs, and that's what's got us to this point. We've been able to score lots of runs, and that's been able to keep us in games. Our pitchers are doing what we ask them to do, which is throw strikes and get people out. So if we continue to do that, I feel really good about our chances down the stretch here.
So you're not leaving very many players stranded on base?
No, we've actually done a great job of getting guys in whenever we get them to second and third. In scoring situations, we've done a great job of moving the baseball and getting them in, and that's what's got us to this point. So,
what about the remainder of the season? How does it looking as far as the remainder of district play?
So we've got Prairieville today, obviously, and then we got to finish up with Santa Maria, Dutchtown, the other in-parish rivals, and then Walker towards the end. But if we just win, half of those games, I feel like we'll have a good shot to get in the playoffs, and that's kind of what I told my guys. Just compete every day and see what happens. We're kind of on the bubble right now, 23, 24 power ratings-wise, so we've got to compete and win some games down the stretch here, and they know that, and we'll see if we can do it.
Well, as long as you keep getting better, that's all you can ask for.
That's right. That's right. You're absolutely right.
Is there any particular team in district that's going to be a tough one?
Well, we already played Live Oak, and they're really probably the toughest team that we're going to play all year. Top to bottom, their lineup's just really, really good. They forced us to make plays, with the bunts and things like that, and we just couldn't execute. So, but we lost 2 close games with them. We competed really well against them, and I was really proud of my guys for that. And I think that'll kind of give us some energy and some momentum down into these games with Santa Maria, Prairieville, Dutchtown, and Walker. So,
what about pitching? How deep do you have that group?
Well, my pitchers are. I would say that they're all just average high school pitchers. We really don't have anybody that's been overpowering this year, but they do what they have to do in order to keep us in games, and that's just get us through hitters, get us through innings, get people out. And so that's really all I can ask, and that's all I've ever asked of them, all year. And they've done a pretty good job of that so far.
Do they have much experience?
A lot of the guys that we're wheeling out this year have been juniors, so no, they really don't. Okay. Going into the year, I've had one guy who had 18, 19 innings of varsity. Other than that, everybody was single digits. So we've got a lot of inexperience, but those guys, they got their feet wet early, and they've done really well down the stretch for me. So I can't say anything more about that. They've been good.
Any of your players have special skills like bunting, stealing bases, have you?
That's kind of our identity, I think, is what we're able to do offensively. I think I've got 5, 6 guys in my lineup that are a bunt threat. All of them, 7, 8 guys that can run and steal, and that's really what makes us dangerous offensively. Is you've got to prepare for that. You've got to prepare for the bunt. You've got to make plays because we can really run, and that's what I love about this team, man. We just play with a lot of energy, and it's awesome. I love it.
Having those skills are a little something extra that a lot of teams can't add to the mix.
Definitely, you're right about that.
All right. Well, we wish you the best of luck in district play as it moves forward, and have a good game today.
All right, thank you, sir. Nice talking to you.
There's a time we all know is coming, but nobody knows just when. If you don't have a plan or you don't understand how or where to begin, at church funeral services, we'll handle it all with care. Church funeral services.
Brakes for Less is your new stop for quality car maintenance and repair. We'll beat any written estimate by 15%. That covers a wide variety of services, including brakes, tires, oil changes, tune-ups, suspension, shocks, struts, and air conditioning to keep the right temperature. Brakes for Less is dedicated to saving you money, and when you visit, you'll be as comfortable as possible while you wait. Stop by Brakes for Less in Baton Rouge on O'Neill Lane or in Gonzales on Airline, where we'll beat any written estimate by 15%. Guaranteed.
So you guys want to come over later? Oh, I'd love to, but Will's scheduled to catch the flu.
You can't really schedule your illness.
Yeah.
That's why we work around your schedule. Lake Urgent Care.
Terry's Express Lube is located on the Airline Highway, Gonzales. They specialize in oil changes and state inspections. Ask about regular or synthetic oil. They'll get you in and out in a hurry at Terry's Express Lube.
Hey, this is Craig at DeLone's Supermarket in Santa Maria, Louisiana with my main man, Mr. Rod. Just here to talk to you about DeLone's Discount Club. Check out our Facebook page, our website for amazing deals in our club. The way our club works is every dollar you spend, you get a point, and you save those points up, and we have dynamite deals that we feature every week where you redeem a certain number of points to get that free item in a week. So thanks for shopping at DeLone's Supermarket here in Santa Maria. Y'all have a great day, and we'll see y'all.
Broussard Mechanical is your local rod dealer, but they service all makes and models. They offer free estimates and financing is available. Broussard Mechanical has fast response to your heating and air conditioning needs. Call Terry Broussard, 413-6193. Papera & Sons is the place to go for all your building material needs. Since 1938, they've been providing quality lumber and building materials, free estimating, and prompt delivery. Papera & Sons, Airline Highway, Gonzales. Whether you're driving a Model T or the sharpest sports car on the road, Semino's Collision can fix it. With over 30 years experience, you can trust Adam Semino to do your job right. 644-3406. Got computer problems? Does your computer have a virus? Give us a shot at fixing your computer. Pico Computers has years of experience. Pico will have you up and running in no time. Call today, 647-8882.
Chris Shakesnyder about this season, and as the season goes, as far as the district play, how are things looking?
Everything's going well so far, Mr. Robin. We had a good start so far. We opened up with Prairieville and was very fortunate to get 2 wins. Then we played Santa Maria the last time out, and again we was very fortunate to get 2 wins. Went extra innings in both of those games against Prairieville one time and against Santa Maria one time. So we feel like we've been battle tested a little bit heading into this next stretch. We just got off of our bye. So we got Denham Springs tonight, which is Thursday, the 27th, and we play Saturday against Denham, and then we go to Walker next week, and then we got EA and Live Oak to round out the district.
All right. Well, tell me a little bit about the season. I know from the scores you just gave me, it's like it seems like the district is pretty well balanced.
Oh yes, sir. I mean the district's been really, really solid so far. I don't think there's any surprises. I think everybody has done what's expected. As far as the season is concerned, we had a really good first week. We started out the season 5-0, and then the next 2 weeks we kind of slumped off a little and had a bad little run there. And then week 4 we picked it back up and started playing well. We had won 7 in a row, and then last Saturday we lost to Ascension Catholic, kind of broke a little streak. But we had been playing well. At this time of the year, when you get out of tournaments and you're getting into 3 games a week and you're playing district, you're seeing everybody's 1 and 2. So the hits are not as many and the runs are not as many as we would like. But that's what baseball is about, getting your guys out there, throwing your best against their best, playing solid defense, and the score's going to be down. And that's what they've been so far in district.
So you've been leaving a few people on base, huh?
Well, we've left a few, but we haven't gotten as many on base as we were during early in the year. When during the tournaments, you might run into teams number 3 or number 4, and right now in district that's not happening.
Right. Okay. Looking forward, what about players and talent that you have out there?
We've been very fortunate with the group of guys we got. We've been solid on the mound all year long. I don't want to say any names just because I'm going to forget some guys. But, we got a couple guys that are getting a chance to go play at the next level, and I'll mention those guys. Caden Hill is one of our senior pitchers. He's going to play at South Ark next year. Casey McCoy, our shortstop and pitcher, is going to Louisiana Tech. Kobe Mitchell and Caleb Wall are both going to Delgado Community College. Danny Sears recently visited Louisiana College, and he'll get an opportunity possibly to play there if he wants to. Dylan Champagne, although he hasn't played this year because he tore his ACL, is getting a chance to go to Jones Community College. So we got a good assortment of guys that are out there that are getting a chance to play at the next level, so that's very encouraging. We got a couple other guys that I think may have some things lined up that they're hoping for, so who knows what can happen. I know this, our guys are always wanting to get that opportunity to go play at the next level, and if you want it bad enough, there's a place that everybody can get a chance to play.
All right. So what challenges do you face now in about the middle of district, and what chances do you have to make it all the way to state with the talent that you have?
Well, one of the challenges you have, we have a large roster. We have 37 guys on our varsity roster, so it's keeping the guys engaged, the ones that are not playing every day, because obviously we have a lineup where we have, I'll say 9 to 13 guys that have been in the lineup day in and day out, with some pinch hitters and some runners. So it's keeping those other guys, that next group of 6 or 7 that are guys that you're looking to pinch hit or looking to come in a relief role, keeping them engaged so that they're going to be ready. And then you have the guys that, might not be getting some opportunities. Obviously, you want to keep them having a good time. And I'll tell you this, our dugout has been outstanding this year. The energy the guys have come to the ballpark with every night, they get along real good. They're pulling for each other, and that's what makes the season so special when you got a group of guys that are pulling for each other, and the ultimate goal is to win.
All right. I have some questions here that you've already answered. What about special teams and, bunting and stealing bases? Do you have any of that talent out there?
We got a couple guys that can run the bases really well. We got a kid, Lathan Riley, who this is his first year playing with us. He was a kid that came here and played football for us, and last year he had an injury that he couldn't play. But he has been a runner for us, and he's been our pinch runner or courtesy runner at times. And when he gets on the bases, he's a weapon, and he's very exciting. Riley May, who's done a really good job of bunting for us here of late. And that's been encouraging to see. And we got some other guys that have been stepping up and getting the job done as well. That's what I was going to ask you. Some of those players that don't get to play every day but gives you some depth. You're always looking for a role for guys. That's one of the things I try to encourage guys. Look for your role and be the best at it. And when that opportunity comes, you'll get in there and you get it done. And, if you're waiting for that opportunity and you know your role, you'll be successful. And that's the most encouraging thing. All right. What are some of the fundamental changes in the game that you like or dislike? Oh, I don't think the game has changed a whole lot. I guess some of the things that's been a little different. We talked the other day. We had a little team meeting the other day and talked about how the game has changed from 20 years ago, which they don't even know what it was like 20 years ago, but to today. And they said the guys back in the day were a little tougher, and one of my guys said, they don't allow us to run over people, and I don't think that so much says that the game is not as tough. But I think one of the things about today's guys, it seems as though the velocity on the mound has been more. Pitchers today are throwing a little bit harder. I don't know if it's just because the radar gun is out there and maybe the radar guns skewed a little bit. I know Randy Johnson used to throw it pretty hard. Nolan Ryan was pretty good, but I don't know if they're throwing as hard as the guys are today. So I guess that would be one thing. And the speed of the game. The speed of the game has picked up tremendously. And I think our guys have adapted well with that. Well, Coach, good luck for the rest of the season, and hope to see you at state. Yes, sir. Thank y'all so much for having us. Coach, tell us a little bit about the team and how you're doing this year.
Doing well. We're 13-9 at this point in the season. We're kind of right in the middle of district play. We started 1-4, but we played some really, really tight games. We lost in extra innings, 11 innings to Dutchtown and 9 innings to EA, but we got our first district win as a school against Walker, 2-1 on last Thursday. All right, so you're doing quite well for the first year. Doing well. I would say our kids have shown up every day ready to work. They're starting to get more and more experience. Like I told y'all, early in the season, We only had one guy that had varsity experience, and no guys had 5A varsity experience. So, you know, we're 20-some-odd games into this, and it's starting to pay off a little bit.
What do you feel like your challenges are as a coach for the remainder of the season?
I think right now is trying to get our offense going. You know, we've pitched the ball extremely well, and that's kept us in a lot of games. We played really good defense, but manufacturing runs has kind of been an issue for us right now. But, you know, at the end of the day, they always say pitching and defense wins championships. We got to figure out how to score a couple runs.
So you're leaving some people on base?
We have been. You know, the timely 2-out hit, you know, it's kind of, you know, been our Achilles heel at this point in time. You know, we've been able to get runners on, but it's the get them on and get them in that's kind of been lacking a little bit.
So what changes do you have to make at this point in the season? Or are they coming together pretty well?
No, they really are. We've got a great group of kids. You know, they've been very, very receptive to the coaching staff. You know, like I said, it's just kind of getting experience, getting more at-bats. You know, like we talked about, a lot of guys didn't have, you know, really no varsity at-bats. So as they start getting in the 40, 50, 60 range of at-bats, it's going to come. You know, our biggest thing has been, you know, we're playing high school baseball, don't strike out.
Right.
You know, if we're not striking out, we're putting the ball on the ground, making the other teams play defense. You know, we're not playing the Yankees or the Red Sox. You know, we're playing high school teams. They're going to make mistakes. We just got to force them to do that.
How deep is your pitching staff right now?
It's doing well. You know, today we're going to start a sophomore against EA. Cade Schramm, he's been one of our top guys. And then we've got a litany of juniors. Maxwell Sanchez, Colton Morris, and Dylan McClure have all been really good. You know, we actually have right now a sub-2.5 ERA. So pitching has really been our strong suit. And we don't have any guys out there throwing 85. They're pitching it. You know, they're throwing 3 pitches for strikes, and it's kind of been really fun to watch at times.
Any of your players have special skills, buntings, stealing bases, whatever?
Right now, we haven't really stole a whole lot of bases. I wish, you know, that's the kind of game I like to play. But, you know, we did have 2 bunt hits against EA on Saturday, so, you know, we like to pretend like we don't run real well and then break it out when we need it, you know.
There you go. And does adding one more team to the district make any difference?
I think so. I will tell you this, from top to bottom, if you go look at power rankings or our competition, you know, people always want to talk about the district out west with Barb and Sam Houston, but from top to bottom this year, every single, you know, game in our district has been a dogfight. You know, Live Oak's the #1 team in the state right now, and you've got everybody else. What would be really cool is to see all 7 teams, you know, get in that top 24 and make the playoffs. You know, if you've got 24 teams in the state making it and 7 teams in our district, I think that'd be pretty special.
Yeah, this has always been a challenging district. That's why I asked you that about, you know, the new teams added and everything and how it's going. But you must be proud of the team right now.
No, I couldn't be any more prouder. You know, like I said, for a first-year program and bringing kids together in one season. You know, we've got 21 kids dressing out that came from 5 different high schools last year, and we have 4 freshmen dressing out with us, obviously in middle school. To see these kids come together throughout the course of the season has been really, really cool.
Any of these guys are playing football too?
We do. We have a lot of dual sport athletes. I actually had 2 guys on my freshman team that played basketball, and we've got about 12 to 13 football players, which, you know, I played 3 sports in high school. You know, I'd be remiss not to challenge our kids to do the same thing and be proud of them for it.
Well, Coach, thanks for taking a minute. I know you're busy, so good luck for the rest of the district, and hope you do well.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Sports scene has been all over the place today. Stay tuned for the best in coverage, and you'll find out your favorite athletes and your favorite programs reported on right here.